Some albums take a year to make, some even 5. But every now and then, a band may take 20. 20 years after watching from a distance a heartbreaking doom metal album, Warning are finally back. The question is, was it worth the 2-decade wait? As usual, we get 5 songs 45 minutes long. Those are rookie numbers. Where's my 2-hour drone solo? Jokes aside, and actually maybe a bit of an unpopular opinion in this genre, but I actually prefer my tracks a little bit shorter. So here we are, the new album from Warning, Rituals of Shame. The biggest compliment I can give Rituals of Shame is that it sounds like a genuine Warning album. Sometimes when these older bands come back and release new music, they try to modernize it and it often sounds kind of tired and a bit outdated. But here, I think they've stayed true to that original sound without chasing that former glory. Just listen to the opener, the title track, Rituals of Shame. It's slow, it's spacious, emotionally crushing, it's a Warning track. The biggest criticism I can give is maybe things feel a bit too samey, except Rituals of Shame doesn't feel quite as big as their previous work. The mix feels somewhat squashed compared to watching from a distance. I guess recording and production techniques have changed over the years. Musically, it's exactly what you'd expect. Slow, crushing riffs, beautiful guitar melodies, and enough melancholy to wonder why you even bother at all when everything feels so bleak and pointless. The atmosphere is fantastic though. The track Stations is a great example of this, and probably my favourite track on the album. Starting off with that wall of guitar, when the vocals come in, they're just so beautiful. And that's kind of what you want, right? You want to sit down, put your headphones in, and just let the music swallow you. As the album went on, I did find myself wanting a little more. I mean, what more can you want from a doom album? I don't know. A few of the songs blur together a little bit, you know, Night Comes Down, Landing Lights, for example. The tempos rarely shift and the emotional tone just stays the same. And, you know, by the final stretch, I'm kind of drifting off a little bit here and there. But that's kind of the risk with doom metal, in my opinion. When everything is built around repetition and drones and these guitar riffs, the difference between hypnotic and tedious often intertwine. Luckily, Warning spends more time on the hypnotic side rather than the tedious one. When these songs work, they are great. Patrick Walker's vocal performance hits those same sort of old notes, and it keeps that heartbreaking tone, and it just gets better with age. His voice sounds a bit more raspy, a bit more mature. The guitar melodies are nice and they don't overdo it, but the atmosphere is exactly kind of what you want from a Warning album. Coming to the closer with the track Teacher, and a brilliant track at that. It's heavy, I feel weighted. Walker's voice hits the right spot and my unga bunga brain hears those guitar riffs and I'm enjoying it. Even though what we're hearing is quite sad and dramatic, the tone feels bright and warm and quite comforting, which I kind of love. Now I know it's almost a bit of a cliche criticism when it comes to doom metal maybe, but I did find myself kind of not really telling the difference between tracks, and there's only 5, so you know, but that doesn't stop it from being a good album overall. It just stops it from being like a bit of a masterpiece that I know a lot of people online are already saying. I don't think this album reaches quite the emotional highs as Watching from a Distance. That record felt a bit relentless. Rituals of Shame unfortunately feels a little bit flatter compared, especially in the production side anyway. But maybe that's an unfair comparison. That was 20 years ago. Taken on its own, though, it's still a solid album. You know, the performances are actually really good, and it doesn't feel like a cash grab at all. It's a slow burn, but you know, slow burns insist that you sit there and have patience. If you're already a Warning fan, you're gonna love it, and if you're new to the band, you're probably still gonna quite like it. Overall, Rituals of Shame is a really good return for the band. Quite a moving album, and they've kept what made them special in the first place. So all in all, I think I would give this album a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Feel free to check out another video if you like, or subscribe, comment, like, whatever you like. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully catch you on the next one.